Good evening, everyone. There's so many of the members on this channel that are sending me links to content that is related to information that I put out. And I really want to thank those of you that sent me relative links that I can use to give people better information. And in this article that was written on my birthday in 2020, it says scientists are working on vaccines that spread like a disease. What could possibly go wrong? And this is in the bulletin.org. And, this was written by Philippa Lentzos and Guy Reeves. Philippa Lentzos is a senior lecturer in science and international security at the Department of War Studies. And Guy Reeves is a postdoctoral researcher at the Max Planck Institute for Evolutionary Biology in Germany. So if you look at this article, and I'm not going to go through the entire article, it mentions uh, Project Coast, which I've spoken of before. I've done live streams on this. I've done individual videos on this. I've given you my information, the information my father gave me, and my perspective on Coast and what may happen in future. I've also put out live streams that have gone viral on Bill Gates, warning people about many of these things coming to pass. And so I want you to click on this link and read through this article and understand what this means for you. And it says here, once a COVID-19 vaccine is approved for public use, officials around the world will face the monumental challenge of vaccinating billions of people. Officials, they say, okay, a logistical operation rife with thorny ethical questions. So this is right at the start of the COVID pandemic. They knew that this was going to happen. And they say, what if instead of orchestrating complicated and resource intensive campaigns to vaccinate humans against emerging infectious diseases like COVID-19, we would instead stop the zoonotic diseases that sometimes leap from animals to people at their source? Question mark. So they're questioning this. A small but growing number of scientists think it's possible to exploit the self-propagating properties of viruses and use them to spread immunity instead of disease. Can we beat viruses like SARS-CoV-2, the novel coronavirus, at their own game? Question mark. A virus that confers immunity throughout an animal population as it spreads in the wild could theoretically stop a zoonotic spillover event from happening, snuffing out the spark that could ignite the next pandemic. If the wild rats that host the deadly Lassa virus, for example, are vaccinated, the risk of a future outbreak among humans could be reduced. For at least 20 years, scientists have been experimenting with such self-spreading vaccines, work that continues to this day and which has gained the attention of the US military. For obvious reasons, public and scientific interest in vaccines is incredibly high, including in self-spreading vaccines, as they could be effective against zoonotic threats. The biologists Scott Neusmer and James Bull generated fresh media attention to self-spreading vaccines over the summer after publishing an article in the journal Nature, Ecology and Evolution. But the subsequent reporting on the topic gives short shrift to the potentially significant downsides to releasing self-spreading vaccines into the environment. Self-spreading vaccines could indeed entail serious risks, and the prospect of using them raises challenging questions. And, you know, this article goes into a lot of detail, so you need to go and read it yourself. I hope that I have whet your appetite. It goes into the specific viruses. Goes into the specific research that's been done. It mentions that the Bill and Melinda Gates and many other organizations are involved. It speaks of the various viruses that's being experimented with, and then it speaks here in a subheading, the bioweapon question. It speaks about Project Coast, or codenamed Project Coast. South Africa's program was primarily focused on covert assassination weapons for use against individuals deemed a threat to racist apartheid government. But then they go into the details of Coast, many things that many people have not explored or looked at or actually understand. And you will see many links here to other countries that were involved, like Sweden, Switzerland, etc. So go and read this article and Tell me in the comments what you think. What are your thoughts? What are your concerns? How do you feel about the future? And when I say that you need to prepare for any eventuality, please do try and understand what I mean by each and every eventuality. There's many things that could still happen in future that you have not even dreamt up, that I've been carrying around with me for more than 2 decades. It's a heavy burden to carry, and it's a heavy burden for all of us to carry, to be prepared to protect our children and our families from psychotic people across the globe that don't care to use you as a lab rat. If you want more content like this, please subscribe to the channel. Click the bell icon to get notifications for new videos. And in the description below this video, you'll find the link to this article, as well as in the first comment, you'll also find all the other social media links there, to Facebook, to Twitter, and to Telegram. Please join us there. We are fighting on the ground to maintain freedom. Thank you very much. Till the next video.